Hawaiian cultural perspectives on death, attitudes, beliefs, and rituals. Created and presented by Haley Wilkinson. In Hawaiian culture, death is a celebration of life. Hawaiians treat death as a new beginning for the deceased, encouraging their emergence into the spiritual world. Hawaiian funerals are often accompanied by dancing, singing, and sharing stories, much different than the sorrowful tone that is set for most Christian funerals. Hawaiians hold great value to their beliefs and traditions, as it helps them find peace in the passing of their loved ones. Understanding cultural perspectives on death is important because it allows for a deeper understanding of how different societies perceive and experience mortality, which is crucial when providing diverse populations with sensitivity and respect. In this presentation, I will provide an analysis of attitudes towards death, beliefs and understandings surrounding death, and customs and rituals for the Hawaiian culture. Native Hawaiians generally accept death as a natural part of life and believe in an open connection between life and the afterlife. Death is seen as a transition to the spiritual realm, where the soul continues to exist and can reunite with ancestors. Hawaiians believe that the soul can be felt, seen, and heard by the living. In Hawaiian culture, death is primarily viewed as a transition, not an end. It signifies a natural progression in the cycle of life and a reunion with loved ones who have passed before them. This belief often leads to a more accepting outlook on death and a focus on honoring the deceased through rituals and remembrance. Mana is a spiritual energy or life force that exists in all things after death. A person's mana is believed to live on within their bones, being considered the most sacred part of the body. This means that even after they pass away, their spiritual essence continues. Aumakua refers to ancestral garden spirits believed to watch over and guide living family members. They often appear in the form of animals or natural elements, acting as protectors and offering warnings or advice through dreams, visions, or even physical expression when needed. In traditional Hawaiian beliefs, when someone dies, their soul is believed to journey to a realm called Po, where the spirits of deceased ancestors reside. The quality of their afterlife depends on their actions in life. So, good souls would find peace and reunion with loved ones, while those who acted poorly might face challenges in the spirit world. Hawaiian culture shares similarities with Christianity with its emphasis on community, respect for elders, the importance of family, generosity, and a strong connection to nature. Many Hawaiians incorporate Christian values like love and compassion into their daily lives. A popular way for Hawaiians to mourn their loved ones is through the practice of lei throwing, a ritual where families will throw garlands of flower into the water to remember the memory of their loved ones. Not only is it a powerful way of respecting the deceased, but it also highlights the beauty of their lives. Family is very important in Hawaiian burial customs because it's a time to support family connections and celebrate the life of the deceased. Hawaiian funerals are centered more toward a celebration of life and not meant to be solemn or somber like a traditional Christian funeral. Native Hawaiians would often bury their dead in secret caves, and the bones were then washed carefully, wrapped, and then buried to preserve their essence. Ashes could also be scattered at sea, accompanied by chants from family members. Honoring the deceased in sacred temples often involves placing leis around the burial site, performing traditional chants, and sharing stories about the deceased while still respecting the sacred restrictions associated with burial grounds. This practice allows for a connection with the spirit of the deceased within the natural landscape that is considered sacred by Hawaiians. In Hawaiian culture, death is viewed not as an end, but as a transition into the spiritual realm. Traditional beliefs emphasize a deep connection between the living and the deceased, with ancestors continuing to guide and protect their families. Spiritual energy continues beyond death, influencing the physical world. Hawaiian customs surrounding death, including burial practices and mourning rituals, reflect a high regard for nature, ancestors, and the cycle of life. While death is a universal experience, the way we honor and remember our loved ones varies across cultures. Hawaiian traditions remind us that death is not just an end, but a continuation of the connection between the past and the present.